Once this period of grieving had largely passed, he was convinced that the demise of his parents had not been a coincidence. In 1706 AD, a limb of the tree we call humanity broke away. Thankfully, this limb refused to wither. Instead, it sprouted branches of its own, separate from the soil of its birthplace. The following events launched in the general vicinity of the College of William and Mary, which had recently been established in Williamsburg. Williamsburg, it must be noted, was located in the British colony of Virginia. Professor Lewis Pemberton was among the instructing staff employed at the College of William and Mary. This institution maintained a core purpose of educating future members of the clergy. An instructor of natural philosophy and well-versed in Greek lore and literature, Professor Pemberton had studied the Latin, Greek, Aramaic, French, and English languages. When he studied the Holy Scriptures, he did so in their original text, though only for historical purposes. Some have speculated that Professor Pemberton was agnostic. This is false, as he often dealt with topics and phenomena that could not be easily observed or quantified. The simple truth of it was that he did not feel that his time was well spent on matters of faith. Instead, he focused his attention on the instruction of his pupils, especially in the subjects of physics, metaphysics, and mathematics. A stern but respected instructor, he maintained acquaintances among his students and often consulted them regarding their personal lives. In January of 1706, Professor Pemberton's father, Andrew Pemberton, passed away. Within 2 months of this unexpected tragedy, his mother, Joan Pemberton, was diagnosed with acute dementia and also passed away. This led Professor Pemberton to remain at home and neglect his students for 2 weeks. Once this period of grieving had largely passed, he was convinced that the demise of his parents had not been a coincidence. Therefore, he investigated their home. From the outside, the single-story ranch of Professor Pemberton's late parents was mostly ordinary and unassuming. Once he was inside, however, Professor Pemberton did not fail to notice a faint ringing sound. It was as if a large vintage bell had been struck weeks ago and still not surrendered its peal to silence. The sound was most prominent in the basement, but due to the subterranean space's lack of light and organization, the source of the peal could not be easily ascertained. However, a more concerted investigation revealed a hidden tunnel in the wall. This tunnel led to a separate chamber, which was filled with strange instruments. These instruments were constructed of many different metals in many different shapes. Rubber and wood held them together, while glass viewports permitted inspections of their interiors. Some of the contraptions appeared more creature than technology. The most appeared to have once drawn heat from a nearby furnace via blackened wires. During Professor Pemberton's initial inspection of the various instruments, he accidentally dislodged a wire. Upon doing so, the ringing ceased.